Here we are again talking about Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th in the relation to horror ASIM universe. And hopefully this video doesn't age like the fine milk of my last few.
Milk was a bad choice.
But before we do that, welcome back, Deadites and Ghost Beaters. And if you're new to the channel, I am Oldhead Gaming. And of course, if you want to keep up on all the latest horror game news, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on that notification bell for all horror-related videos. Now, I love to talk about Friday the 13th. I love to conjecture about Friday the 13th. I love to make really poor guesses about Friday the 13th, just because we all know it is one of those series that everyone has always loved. It is in the Mount Rushmore of horror films, and Jason Voorhees is probably my second favorite killer right after Freddy Krueger. Like, Freddy is up here, and then Jason's like slowly stalking right behind him. And we never get him in a game ever since Friday the 13th has met its horrific demise, and we always keep thinking Dead by Daylight will be the one that will break it. And guess what? It's that time of the year where the king has his birthday interview with the man, Mathieu Cote, and he gave us some insight on it. I'm going to show you that clip right here. Also, if you click on the link below, the entire conversation is available on the king's video, and you can just hop right over there. Also, his full 2-hour version of the birthday interview will be dropping later today.
The Jason, I mean, the game lost the license to the game, right? This one is a legal quagmire. Like, it's literally a tar pit. You don't want to put your finger in it because you're going to get sucked in. Even that would if we had a good way in, we'd probably take a shot because it's Jason, right? Jason. But so far there's been no opportunities. It's just too complicated, and every other week someone comes out of the woodwork saying no, it's actually my license, and then everything goes to hell again and everybody goes back to court, and it's just like a bit of a nightmare.
Now, this is pretty much what we expect. We now can finally narrow in the fact that Chapter 30 has a 0% chance of Jason Voorhees. There's no way Mathieu came out and just threw this red herring that Jason couldn't be licensed and he's been a problem, and every time they try to do something crops up and gets in the way, and it's like, no! And he made it very clear he wants Jason Voorhees in the game. It just hasn't worked out. And it's led to this situation where, like, he just keeps fighting to get Jason, but he slips away into the night, into the fog of Crystal Lake. And so we now have a pretty good scope of what to expect from Friday the 13th. 1, it's not coming in Chapter 30. 2, it's not coming in 2024. Based on what Mathieu said, it takes about a year from concept to creation to get a chapter out that's licensed, and it hasn't even been licensed yet as problems persist. And already a few days into October, we know for a fact it's not going to get licensed before the end of the year, which then would take a full year to create the chapter. So 2025 would be the best case scenario, and that's if it ever happens at all. We should now just pump the brakes on any kind of Jason Voorhees hype or hope even, and basically put this thing to rest. Friday the 13th probably will get its own game based on rumors that we've been hearing. It's obviously going to have its own prequel series when it comes to Crystal Lake, but we don't know anything about it coming to a horror ASIM ever again. Clearly, it's not going to mix in with other games. Dead by Daylight would be the only avenue of stuff that currently exists or is currently getting content. Looks like Jason has eluded us once more. Pam really just needs to start barking at him to get to Dead by Daylight. Like, that's probably what we need. Get her boy rolling. If you want to see my horrific misses, they're going to be at the end of the video. I linked them both, so you can watch both those horrible swing and misses on Dead by Daylight and Evil Dead the Game videos on why Jason Voorhees would be joining them. Let me know in the comments below. Are you disappointed about Jason? Is it kind of what you expected? What do you think's coming for Chapter 30? It's always fun to think about it, even though we know for a fact it's not Friday the 13th. I want to hear them all in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. And later, mates.